Hi everyone, thanks for coming back to another episode of Declan's Autism Journey podcast. I have my super special guest, my oldest son, Brendan. He's joining me today to really talk about his experience as the neurotypical brother of a child with autism, especially nonverbal autism, and how that has impacted him. Hi Brendan.
Hello.
I love that you're here with me.
Yep.
All right, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
So, my name's Brendan. I'm 11 years old. I'm in 5th grade and I play basketball and lacrosse.
Awesome. How many siblings do you have?
I have 2.
Okay, and one's on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And one is neurotypical. And so what's your favorite part about being a big brother?
Just seeing them grow up and playing with them. Definitely playing with them.
Yes, because you're quite a bit older than both of them. So Declan is 5 and Cooper is almost 2. And so you get to really be a true big brother to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think is the hardest part about having a sibling that is nonverbal?
Not being able to just talk to him and ask him how he's doing. Talk to him about stuff.
Yeah.
I can't just talk to him, but yeah, that's probably the hardest part.
Yeah, that is really hard. What's it like when mom and dad, or mostly mom, goes away with Dec for treatment? How does that impact you and how does that make you feel?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's cool because I know Declan's hopefully just getting better and getting help. So it's nice,
Yeah. So you can you understand why mommy takes him away and we do these treatments and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Cooper obviously doesn't quite understand it almost too.
Yeah.
But you're there to help Dad when I'm out of town with Dec. What's your favorite part? What have you learned the most about having a sibling with nonverbal autism?
It's nice because I've learned patience and waiting on him, and he's very nice. He always gives hugs, so he's very nice. It's nice,
Yeah. What would you say to other siblings out there that are maybe just finding out that they're siblings on the spectrum? Because I think, we've talked a lot about when Declan came into our lives, autism was not part of our vocabulary, and we had no idea really what it was, and I've said many times that it would not only touch our lives, it really change the trajectory of our lives in every facet. So for siblings that are maybe just finding out that they have a sibling that's on the spectrum, potentially with nonverbal autism, what would you say to them?
I'd say just don't give up. Always believe that they're going to talk one day with nonverbal autism, and even if they're verbal and have troubles, I'd just say never give up. Just always believe that they'll get help and they'll, just.
Yeah, they'll become the best version of themselves, right?
Yeah.
And I think what we want for Declan, our main goals for Declan are always that he is safe, number one, that he is loved, and that he's happy. And so I feel like Declan is all 3 of those things. But obviously we just want to keep working more and more so that he can be as independent as possible one day.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have any questions or what's been the hardest part for you, not Declan, but for you, is throughout this whole journey, because it's quite a journey?
It's kind of tough just not being able to go out and throw a football with him or just shoot a basketball and not being able to talk to him. That's really tough,
Yeah.
Just not being able to really interact with him as much as.
Yeah. I'd say that's probably my hardest part too, right?
Yeah.
But we're starting to get things back from Declan, right? Emotions and I think we're seeing in Declan for the first time, or we have for a little bit. He's really he'll initiate engagement. It may not last long, but he will be the one to initiate. Or we have a trampoline in our living room that really is Declan's, and we bought it so that he can be part of our family while we watch TV, and he goes in there and jumps every night. And, you know, he will oftentimes let Brendan in there with him, even if it's just for a couple quick jumps together, but it's progress. And I think, right, that's what we've learned is any small bit of progress is to be celebrated, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel sometimes like it's hard because mommy's so busy with Declan that like it takes time away from you? Like, do you have any, like,
I mean, sometimes, but I get it. You know, I get why he has to like do all this stuff.
Yeah. But do you like going to Dr. Malillo's office and being a part of that?
Yeah, it's cool seeing it because I know he's like talking the truth. So it's cool to see what he has to say and see them do the treatment. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think, like, I always try to involve Brendan as much as possible, even though he's still 11. I think it's so important that because I know there's so many emotional aspects that go into this. And so the more we can involve him as a lead in Declan's journey, I think the better. Obviously, Cooper will have a different perspective because he came into this world only knowing Declan on the spectrum. You know, when Declan came into our world, we didn't expect to be on this path, right?
I didn't even really know what it was like because I was in like first grade, but
right,
like I had no idea what it'd be like.
Yeah,
I could have never guessed that.
Yes, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But we try to make the most of it, and you know, like I've said before too, so the hard days are hard and the good days are great sometimes, right? And when we see progress in him and in Declan, we really all celebrate. You know, I think one of my favorite videos is of you throwing the ball with him. Like you guys were on the stairs, and you were just so patient. And I know that's hard. Like it's hard to always be patient. You know, but you do a great job, and I'm really, really proud of you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Any last parting words that you would offer to other siblings? Or parents of kids? Like what could mommy do better? What could mom and dad do better?
I mean,
when it comes to you and your emotions and how you feel about all of this.
I think fine, you know, you're fine. I think you do a good job.
We're fine. You can share if there's anything that would be helpful or that sometimes maybe I don't take into account. I think sometimes it's hard. You're so focused as a parent on the child that has the deficits that I think sometimes maybe the children that don't have those same deficits, there's not as much understanding maybe, or I think I could definitely do a better job in that arena. What do you think? To be honest, you can tell me. Yeah, like it's sometimes I just expect you to do what you do because you do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's a learning opportunity for Dad and I too. Okay. Any last parting words?
Just never give up. Always believe in them because one day or another they'll definitely, you know, just get better and, you know.
I love it. Well, thank you for joining me. I loved having you on my podcast and sitting right next to me.
Thanks for letting me.
Anytime. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. This has been a short one, but hopefully, you know, really helpful through the eyes and the words of a neurotypical sibling to a nonverbal kiddo. Lots to unpack, and I think we're a work in progress all the time, right, with this?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. Have a great day, and thanks for joining us.